Vade, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today we will study bending stresses in beams. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, student will be able to explain neutral axis and moment of resistance. So, as we know, when the section of the beam is subjected to pure sagging moment, the layers above the neutral axis are subjected to compressive stresses and the layers below the neutral axis are subjected to tensile stresses. In between the top and bottom layer of the section, there is one layer which is neither elongated nor shortened. That particular layer is known as neutral layer, and therefore neutral axis of any transverse cross section is defined as it is the intersection of a neutral layer on the transverse cross section of the beam, that is called as neutral axis, and it is represented by NA. Now, as we have discussed that bending stress at any distance y from the neutral axis is given by the equation sigma upon y is equal to E upon R, where y is the distance of a layer from the neutral axis, sigma is the bending stress, E is Young's modulus, and R is the radius of curvature. So, consider a section of a beam and considering one layer which is at a distance y from the neutral axis and having thickness dy. Bending stress in that particular layer which is at a distance y from the neutral axis is given by E upon R into y. So, this is my equation number 1. Now, this particular strip which is at distance y and having thickness dy, let us assume the area of this layer is dA. Now, as this bending stress is acting on this particular layer, there will be some force acting on this particular layer, and therefore we can determine the force acting on the layer is equal to product of stress acting on that particular layer multiplied by area of that layer. Therefore, stress is sigma and area is dA. So, putting the value of bending stress in above equation, you will get E upon R into Y into dA. So, this is the force acting on this particular section of the beam consists of such a number of infinite elemental layers. Therefore, total force acting on the section of the beam that can be obtained, total force acting on the section of the beam is obtained by integrating above equation. So, integration E upon R into Y into dA. So, this is the total force acting on the section of the beam. But as we know, the theory of pure bending says that when certain portion of the beam where the shear force is 0 and bending moment is constant, that portion or length of the beam is said to be subjected to pure bending. Therefore, according to the theory of pure bending, the force acting on the section of the beam must be equal to 0, because bending stresses are set up in the beam due to bending moment only. And according to the theory of pure bending, the total force acting on the section of the beam is equal to 0, and therefore equating above equation, integration E upon R y dA is equal to 0. Take outside the integration sign, so integration y into dA, that is equal to 0. Now E upon R, the value of E and R is not equal to 0, it will have certain values, and therefore you can write this equation, integration y into dA is equal to 0. So y into dA, that is nothing but it is the moment of area of this particular layer about the neutral axis. And if you integrate this equation y into dA, that will become the moment of entire area of this given section about the neutral axis. And if that is equal to 0, then we know the moment of any area or moment of entire area about an axis passing through its CG is equal to 0, and therefore we can say that the centroidal axis of the given section represent the position of the neutral axis, or neutral axis coincides with the centroidal axis of the given section of the beam. So this is about the neutral axis. Now the next part, that is moment of resistance. So in previous section we have calculated the force acting on a layer which is at distance y from the neutral axis. So force acting on the layer, that is given by bending stress acting on the layer multiplied by its area. Therefore bending stress is given by sigma into area of that layer, as we have assumed the area of this layer is dA, and hence bending stress will be E upon R into y into dA. So moment of resistance is nothing but it is the moment of forces acting on the layers of the beam is called as moment of resistance. Therefore moment of force acting on the layer is equal to force acting on the layer multiplied by its distance from the neutral axis. So force acting on the layer, it is given by E upon R y dA, and distance of that layer is y from the neutral axis. Therefore this equation can be solved, E upon R y square into dA. Now this is the moment of force acting on this particular layer. Now if I want to find out the total moment of forces acting on the section of the beam, then that can be determined by integrating this equation number 1, and therefore total moment of forces acting on the section of the beam is integration of above equation E upon R y square dA. Now E and R constant, so you can take this outside the integration sign. So E upon R integration y square into dA. This is your total moment of forces acting on the section of the beam. Now for the equilibrium condition, the moment of resistance acting on the section of the beam should be equal to the maximum bending moment to which the beam is subjected. So let us assume M is the external maximum bending moment to which the beam is subjected, and in equilibrium condition this total moment of forces acting on the section of the beam is equal to the external bending moment, and therefore you can write M is equal to E upon R integration y square into dA. So this term integration y square dA is nothing but it is the moment of inertia of the section about the neutral axis, and it is represented by letter I, and hence the above equation you can write M is equal to E upon R into I, which is M by I is equal to E upon R. This is my equation number 2. Also we have discussed a bending stress equation, that is sigma upon y is equal to E upon R. This is my equation number 3. So if you consider equation 2 and 3, the right side of the equation is same, and therefore equate equation 2 and 3, you will get M by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to E upon R. So this is your bending formula. The material is referred from the Strength of Material by Dr. R.K. Bansal and S.S. Bhavikatti. Thanks.